And that is something we're going to talk about now with James Creedon. He's here with Media Watch. It's great to see you, James.
Likewise, Laura.
We're going to start, of course, an awful lot of buzz online. I have my Twitter feed open. It just went absolutely crazy with all the reactions to Sepp Blatter leaving.
It's one of those
Not
stories
many sad
that
faces.
breaks the internet, usually.
Yes, breaking the internet is the term.
It's the term that's used for one of these crazy stories that
People
generates
were going wild, weren't they? People are really excited about it.
That's right, and some happy to see him go, others saying, well, you know, he did also do a lot for the game. Let's take a look at some of the reactions. Well, less of that, to be fair. Adeus, says Leonardo Bertozzi on his Twitter feed with a photograph of Sepp Blatter leaving the stage. Do we have that photo of Sepp
Have a look
Blatter
at that?
leaving the stage? There he is. On his way off Adeus. For the Sun, it's Blatz your lot.
Oh, brilliant.
Aren't they very good at the little wordplay?
Very creative.
Elsewhere, technical difficulties, please stand by. I think it's more than technical difficulties at FIFA at the moment. Others trying to sum it up here, such as Rami SMS, at Rami SMS. Let's get this right. He runs to be re-elected, gets re-elected after this corruption controversy. Gave a big speech, this was last Friday, of course, saying he'd stay forever.
That's
and
why
now
people were
this.
so shocked. Did you see the press conference? There were about 15 people there.
Right.
Nobody saw this coming at all.
No. And he was absolutely determined to stay on, despite, of course, everybody going for Prince Ali of Jordan. Reminder, Blatter is stepping down, and this does not change the conditions in which the next two World Cups are currently being built in Russia, and particularly in Qatar, of course, where it's extremely controversial, the conditions in which
slave
those
labour,
stadia... yes, and absolutely scores of deaths in the building of those World Cup facilities. Hi, Vladimir. Do you remember that favour you did for Gérard Depardieu? I've got a bit of a problem which only a Russian passport can solve, quips James Appel. Now, this is all because of the politics behind this. It was an FBI investigation that uncovered this corruption, which now might be getting very, very close to Sepp Blatter to say he stepped down. Russia's hosting the 2018 World Cup, and some wondering, is there politics behind all of these corruption investigations?
Right.
And could Sepp Blatter perhaps escape an FBI corruption investigation if he went to live in Russia, like Gérard Depardieu did?
Someone saying the US is trying to get one in the eye for Russia.
That's right. And on that topic, take a look at this tweet. FYA, that is, of course, the...
yes, we can see that.
America saves the world again. Hashtag Blatter. Hashtag freedom, I think you could add to that one as well. Here is that one solitary tweet in favour of Sepp Blatter that I was telling you about earlier, Laura. I really salute Blatter. Took World Cup to South Africa, took it to Russia, and it's also Qatar. It shouldn't be for the West alone.
Well, it was also in South Africa and Brazil. So.
That's right. But I think this is more the tone of the commentary. Corrupt us. And there you have Sepp with a whole slew of corrupt individuals. There is also a game you can play where you can feed him bars of gold and various other... that might be a slightly slanderous game, actually, but it does exist. And I'm not very good at it because I'm trying to feed him...
Can you not pick that? There you go. Just a game.
There's some champagne as well. Anyway, there you go. You get the idea. You get the idea.
And of course, this is all, partly down to investigative journalists, because a lot of people have been asking questions. I think the BBC's Panorama was one of the first to ask questions of Jack Warner and really at the top echelons of the FIFA organisation.
And apparently at 10:30 p.m. Paris time that we will be speaking to one of those journalists, Andrew Jennings, and the Daily Mail is talking here about his role in revealing how former officials led him and indeed the FBI into the dirty depths of Blatter's kingdom of corruption. So certainly investigative journalism did play a role in all of that.
Andrew Jennings, he'll be talking to Mark Owen, will he, at 10 o'clock?
10:30 Paris time.
10:30 Paris time, there you go. The man that began to uncover it all. It's a great story, one that's going to run and run, I think. Let's move on to something a bit closer to home.
Yes.
President François Hollande and his Environment Minister slash ex-partner,
mother of his
his
children.
What are they?
All right, well, there is a bit of a protocol problem because François Hollande is now officially without a First Lady, even though Valérie Trierweiler...
He's been without for a while, isn't he?
That's right. So what do you do when the King and Queen of Spain are coming for a visit, Laura? Well, perhaps the Environment Minister, who was officially, I think, the number 3 of the government, can step into the breach. So that was this morning in Paris with...
why don't they just get back together?
Well, I think it's a very deliberate sort of grey zone because even the Nouvel Observateur is saying, is she sort of now sort of a vice president, even though there is no vice presidential role in France?
But she is married to someone else, though, I believe, or with someone else.
There is apparently a relationship there, but on her Twitter account, Laura, over the last month, she has put forward a whole lot of photographs of herself alongside the president. Now, of course, they are both, prominent members of the French government, but this is a photo she took at the launch of the Hermione, which was a ship, a replica of a ship that brought, this is going back to the US Revolution. In any case, this was a photograph she took of François Hollande alongside the ship, and it kind of looks, and put it on her Twitter account, looks like a family photo or sort of a family holiday shot.
Holiday snap. Oh, the kids would be pleased, wouldn't they?
I suppose. Harmony at home.
Okay, James, thank you very much indeed. James Green in there with Media Watch.